And just like that, I'm live. The light's all right. There we go. Monday, that weekend kind of flew by, huh? Hey, Wilson's checking in. We got a bunch of people popping in all at once here. Floridian, Jerry, Bean Boy, Tennessee Mike is here. Blue Shirt Buddha's chiming in. Kevin S. Chaz from the Berg, Justin EC. Dane, #1 troll killer's here. Bobby Legs is here. Congrats, Bobby Legs, by the way. KR Joyce here. Spook Shells. Finally got to check out a live stream. Matthew's here. Manny's here. Kevin Powell. Thomas Bill. Calico Basin's here. Jeffrey's here. Easy Clayton's chiming in. You know, I was fooling around with watches today. Jason's chiming in from Aruba. Thanks for joining us. Craig G's here. Wow. Oh, that stuff's harsh. James Hunt's here. So I got to thinking about this over the last few months. I really think Seiko and GShock have always kept this hobby fun for me. There's always fresh new models, colorways, all of that stuff, and they're, for the most part, affordable. Michael's chiming in from Chicagoland. Floridian, what watch was I wearing for the Belova? I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch it. I wore my SKX 009 on the Clockwork, what is this called? Clockwork Republic strap today. I'm not sure if I had this on when I did the Bulova unboxing. I'm not 100% sure what watch I was wearing, to be honest with you. Tennessee Mike is saying that I was wearing the Breitling. Yeah, I was probably wearing, that would make sense, because I was wearing this for like 3 days straight. This is the Breitling Avenger GMT in the 43 millimeter black dial. So, good chance I was wearing this. So yeah, I got some fun Seikos in right now. Of course, I have my pile of G-Shocks off to the side. I don't know that I can really get them in frame very good. I'm blocking too much stuff. They might block too much stuff. I don't know. Dane's wearing his Navi timer. That's awesome. See, Matt from Rock the Watch is here. Just piles of watches everywhere. Let's see. Design is asking Rob, what do you think about the new Mecha titanium? Oh, I'll tell you what I think about it. It's freaking awesome, and I want one. So if the first place, I already reached out to a couple different sources. So as soon as one of them says, I got one, I'm buying it. I'm 100% buying that one. That one's so cool. My purple full metal square, I got the shipping notice today. So that shipped out today from Toppers is where I ordered that one from. So I'll probably have that in like a day or two. And then, yeah, that Mecha one is yeah, it's going to be $1,700 is what it is. You know, if I can use one of my hookups, I can get a deal on it. But I mean, yeah, I mean, I might pay $1,700 for it, and if I do, I mean, I'm sure I'll take a bath out of it when I go to sell it. But is what it is. Joseph is asking about the 2020 Orient M-Force. I have not handled any of those. Hopefully one day. Yeah, Curtis, $1,700 for it is steep, but it is the coolest looking titanium one for sure. Mark is wearing his Squale Root Beer 1521. Let's see. What's on the wrist? I have nothing on the wrist right now. I wore this guy today. I wore the Seiko SKX009, bone stock, never modded. Still has the factory 7S26 movement. And then I have it on the Clockwork Republic strap, where it has the solid end links, and then it tapers off right away. So, Calico, you will have your SKX soon, I am sure. I'm enjoying wearing different watches. Some of the watches I haven't worn in a while, you know, since I've given the Rolex a slot in the garage. I still come down and give it a wind, make sure it keeps running. Floridian, yeah, the Rolex is just parked in the watch garage just for a little bit. I wore it a little bit the other day during the day, but yeah, it can take a little break. I'm not going to let it die though. I'm going to keep the engine running on it. How many days was it? I wore it 100 or 101 day, something like that. Let's see, the Mito Ocean Star. Curtis AZ is wearing the Mito Ocean Star Tribute. That one's really cool. I like the bracelet and stuff. Let's see. Matt's wearing the Skyhawk Blue Angels dad watch. Yeah, dad watch for sure. You'd have to rock some. Well, I mean, you got the Corvette, and hopefully you're rocking some New Balances. You got the full whole dad motif going down. Ken is rocking the Tissot PRX Powermatic 80. I still haven't done a video on one of those. Calico's drinking. I poured a glass, but man, I think I overate for dinner. I don't know that I can. I don't know if I can drink very much. And this stuff is I already forgot what it's called, but it's pretty strong. Michael, yes, New Balance shoes are awesome. That's pretty much the main shoe I wear now. Is New Balance. I buy the 990 version 5, the made in the USA, but I always try to go after like limited edition colorways. JB says he wore a Citizen Blue Angel watch for 8 years straight. JB, you should pick up one from Dane or Sling Driver and rekindle that relationship. Cut it with water. Nope, not gonna cut it, Wilson. I'm drinking it straight, buddy. What music do I like? Well, I mean, in my older days, I guess I was classified as a metalhead, so I would listen to pretty hard stuff. I mean, Slayer would be on the light end, maybe Agnostic Front, or man, I can't even remember some of the bands. Obviously, Megadeth, Metallica, Anthrax, all that stuff. But yeah, I listen to a little bit of everything. Love the Blue Angels. Metal, yeah. Yeah, metal. Heavy metal is pretty good. Wilson, Rob, do I like long walks on the beach? Funny you bring that up, Wilson, because I actually do. So yeah, usually when my wife and I take little vacations or something like that, we'll do some pretty serious long walks on the beach and stuff. But we won't have any of that going on in Vegas. since there's really no beach. So let's see. Oh man, my brain's getting fried. Let's see. What do you think you can review the new Tokyo Square that just came out? There's no videos on it. The purple metal one, yeah, that just I already bought one. It just shipped today. I got shipping notification for it today. So that Tokyo metal square, I will have that probably in a couple days. Now I'll do the unboxing for it right away, but the problem, like I have like over 30 videos recorded that I'm waiting to release. So now I run into an issue with when I have like a hot watch like that, do I guess cut it in line and get it early, video done on it? We'll see. I might do that just so people can see it, because I think people want to see the what the purple looks like. Matt from Rock the Watch says he watched a show, Metallica, Suicidal Tendencies, and the Cult in Germany in 1992. I was still in high school in 92, man. How'd you make it over to Germany? Yeah, Suicidal Tendencies, all those guys. Justin EC watched Pantera in 2001. Oh, you were in the Army. Well, thank you for your service, Matt. Appreciate that. Let's see. Jason at Design says I could send the watch to Aruba first. He could bust out the video and get it posted, and then, yeah, send it back to me. Yeah, could do that. Calico with a $9.99 doll hair super chat. Vegas 2021. Tip the little butler fun. Alrighty. Aruba for water testing. Let's see, Raphael. Hey, Rob, if you had to keep one watch for the rest of your life, what would you pick? For the rest of my life, I would honestly, I would probably be responsible about it, and I would maybe pick a GShock, but I'd be very tempted to pick the Rolex Submariner. You got to keep in mind, though, I have an asterisk by that whole scenario where the Orange Monster actually gets to stay as well. So even if I'm only keeping one watch, I'm actually keeping two watches, maybe three. So your one watch, you know what? I'll keep the Rolex Submariner, the Orange Monster, and a Casio GShock. Probably just the resin square, or maybe the gold Bling Master. This one would be more wearable, but yeah. So I can't really do the one watch challenge thing. I wore the sub for 100 days, but David with the $5 here super chat. Appreciate that. Thanks very much. Let's see. Randy is asking, hey Rob, where did you get the Supreme Seiko clock and how much? I bought that thing on eBay, and I definitely overpaid. You can still get the yellow ones for a reasonable price. I think even on Amazon, I think you can get a pretty reasonable price on those. But yeah, the Supreme one, I don't know. I was just like, whatever. I had to get it, sort of thing. I just wanted to buy it for whatever reason. So I did. Yeah, I overpaid. I don't remember what I paid for it. Mark is saying the worn and wound watch wind-up has the yellow Seiko in stock. So yeah, I would support those guys. I love the worn and wound guys. MJ, what if shoot hits the fan and you had to bail? You can only take one watch. Which one? Well, if it's that bad, yeah, I would probably just grab this guy, because it's gonna take care of me in that scenario, I think, properly. So let's see. Time flies says, can you show the two different MM200 side by side to show the difference of profiles? Sure can. I can show the this is like kind of the first MM200 when it came out. I'm assuming this is what you're asking for. And then after that, they came out with this guy, which we're calling the MM200 Reduced. So there's those two. Quite the size difference, to be honest with you. Shockingly, I feel like the MM200 Reduce is a better representation next to, say, the MM300 versus this guy here. So if you look at him here versus, say, these two next to each other. These two next to each other, I think, are a closer representation, both in the dial, the hands, a little bit, of the size. The thickness is definitely going to be much more thin on the MM200 Reduced, but the depth and the character that come with the Marine Master 300, even though they ditched the Marine Master off the dial, it is just a beautiful watch. And actually, the case side profiles closer to on the MM200 Reduced because it has that brushed break. Well, so does the MM300. It actually has a small brushed break in that side profile, whereas if you look at the MM200, the standard one, it just is full polished and it just kind of comes to a peak. There's no brushed break on that. I mean, if I had a ton of money, I would own probably more of these watches because I know I wouldn't wear them a ton, but there's days that I could see wearing the MM300. I think it's just a phenomenal watch. Mark is asking, do I still have the Bulova surfboard? No, I ended up getting rid of it. I think the only Bulova I have right now is the Devil Diver. This one's mine. How much are MM300s? Good question. I don't know. These are all from Nomen, so they're like all in yen. I don't even know. There it is. So 320,000 yen. So I don't know what the conversion is. I'll call them the Devil Diver a crap watch. What do you think about this Bulova? This thing is funky. Super cool though. One thing I noticed when I posted up that unboxing is, let me set this down a second, is people complained about the 16 millimeter lug width on this guy here. I actually kind of dig it, and it doesn't feel weird on wrist at all. Like it's bizarre. It might look like it, and you might think it would be, but it balances out on wrist fine, and it wears on wrist fine. It does look a little weird. I'll give you that. It does look a little weird, but they had to do it. I mean, because that's the way they were. So I'm glad that they did that. Kevin says his only complaint is the price. Yeah, they're definitely not giving them away. That is for sure. Let's see. Kyler with a $5 super chat says, don't have to answer if you don't want to, but I have been curious to know your religious status. Blah, blah, blah. Either way, I love the channel. Well, thanks for loving the channel and the super chat. I appreciate it. See, AZ Taz fan with a $5 super chat. Watched your video the other day about the Seiko SBD C061. Almost bought one afterwards. Have so many Seikos, I opted for the Oris Pro Pilot small second. I think you did well. It's okay to take a break from Seiko and explore out. And Oris is an awesome one to explore out. So I think you did well on that one. Josh is asking, what is my wrist measure? So the last time, Detroit Spartan says I'm Amish. Well, even Amish isn't a religion. That's just a lifestyle. No, we're not going to talk about, well, if I drink a little bit more, maybe we can talk about politics. So the, oh shoot, let me back up. What the heck were we talking about? Did I pick up the Devil Dimer alarm clock? No. Let's see. Oh, what was my wrist size? Somebody asked my wrist size. Somebody commented on my videos saying that there's no way I have a 7 1/4 inch wrist because my wrist looks way chubbier than theirs, and theirs is 7 1/4. Well, everybody's wrist is a little bit different. So you can have the same size wrist, but the way it's proportioned, how much you have on top and on the side and everything is going to be all different. So the last time I measured my wrist, it was like 7 1/4, but I haven't measured it in a while. It might be closer to like 7 1/8 inch. Let's see. Let's see. Let's take a look at the CountyCom website. Trying to read some of these. Rob's was a watch whisper. My wrist looks more like your pointers. So yeah. Some people have wrists this size. I hope not. That's pretty small. You might have a defect if that looks like that. I need my glasses. The resin bracelet on the Solar Squares aftermarket. No, this is a factory combi bracelet from Casio GShock. It was issued on essentially the same watch as this, except for it was the negative display one. So it was the 5610 BC or something like that. So you could, back in the day, you could buy just the bracelet occasionally. I think what I had done is I actually bought both watches. I took the bracelet off the negative display one, put it on the positive display, and then put the flexible strap from this watch over to the negative one, and then just gave it away or sold it. What do you think of the Black Series Tuna? I'm not familiar with that one. The full black case or something? I'm not sure. How come watchmakers are making more plastic watches with fancy plastic names for the damn plastic, i.e. Luminox? Because plastics are awesome, man. They're super versatile. They're light. And some of them aren't plastic. Some of them are like carbon or forged carbon or different materials like that. So, God, this is such a good combination. I was wearing this way more as my work watch. As you can see, it's all beat up now. These are so good on combi bracelet. No, it is not an aftermarket bracelet. I literally just covered that. You must have just chimed in. I might have to take a drink now. You're stressing me out. Blah, it's plastic. Plastic watches are awesome. Show the white dial on the right. So this is a Seiko. This is the JDM variant. So it's the SBDC 139. And it's actually a silver dial. But it looks white. Much like I sold it, but the old Aquaterra that I had was technically a silver dial as well, but it looked white for the most part. And it will look white until you put it next to an actual white dial watch, and then you'll see where like it's more silver than white. Let's see. Peter, what are my thoughts on the new Seiko land turtles? Can't get into them for some reason. That is one of the best fitting cases out there. They are awesome. Definitely try one on if you get a chance. Let's see. Does the king turtle wear larger than the king samurai? Or regular turtle or samurai? They're just different. I think because the turtles, the crown being offset, like most Seiko divers, versus the 3 o'clock crown. I don't have any. Well, I mean, this would be kind of like a samurai, but this is only 40 mil. So, I mean, this is just a shrunken down size, basically a turtle and a samurai, if you think about it. So they just wear different. I don't know that one wears bigger or smaller than the other one. It's going to slightly kind of be dependent on your wrist size and your wrist shape. So it'll wear differently on a lot of different people. So you almost have to try them both on. Yeah, Justin EDC is 100% right. The land turtle wears like the Willard. I want to say almost a little bit even better feeling on me than the Willard. It looks really good. Yeah, this new Zelos does look good. This is the 40 millimeter swordfish, and this is a beautiful, like, I don't know what color we're gonna call this, but it's like a silvery blue. Yeah, it's been a while since I've had a Zelos, but there it is on the wrist. I mean, I could wear the 42 millimeter swordfish no problem, but this 40 is definitely going to be more versatile, I think. Floridian says, Rob, the GShock man on his head looks like his eyes are inverted. Weird. It does kind of look kind of weird, doesn't it? I don't know. These guys are, I got to move them around occasionally and do different positions. Keeps it fresh. Let's see. Whatever happened with your review of the Revolver dive watch? I traded the Zelo Swordfish 40 mil to him for one on the engineer bracelet. It was cool, but the case finishing is rough. I don't know. Maybe I haven't posted it yet, or I did. I can't remember. I have so many videos, guys. It's hard for me to keep track of. Will the King Samurai Sapphire Crystal fit the non-King Samurai? I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like 99% sure it should be the same fitment on the crystal, because basically the difference is it should be like the bezel and the bezel insert, and maybe sapphire versus non-sapphire, but the case is the same. It should fit. What do I think of the Tudor 1926? I think those are awesome watches. Very good value proposition from Tudor. GShock B2000 is on your radar. Great bang for the buck. Can't think of what the B2000 is. Let's see. Is the King Turtle worth the upgrade? I wear my Save the Ocean Turtle every day. I've been debating. I like the King Turtle a little bit more. I'm not a huge fan of turtles to begin with, but the King Turtle, has a different bezel. I don't have one here to show what the bezel's like. The bezel grip on the King Turtle is different. It's just a more aggressive and easier to grab version of like the old SKX or even the Turtle. And then of course you get the sapphire and the ceramic. Let's see. Any thoughts on the Oris Aquas upcycle? They haven't sent me one. I was in the loop for getting the information and it was embargoed, so I couldn't share it. But they never did send me the watch, and I won't just anymore. I try not to. I can't say I won't, but I try not to do a video without actually having the watch to show you. And the upcycle one actually looks pretty cool. The dials are going to be different on every single one. The dumpster diver, yeah. So, yeah, I think it's a very cool, fun looking watch, and they're taking initiative to cleaning up some things, the environment and everything. So hopefully I'll get one to check out at some point. Okay, the GShock B2000 is the MTG. Yeah, MTGs are awesome. So if you're a GShock fan and you like some of those larger ones, the MTG is essentially like, my numbers might be off on this, but I feel like it's kind of like 90% as good as an MRG. It's not. The MRG is next level. It's super, super good. But the MTG, when you buy one and you handle it, you're going to feel like you got a screaming deal when you compare it to the MRG, because of how good it is and how much more you have to spend to get to the MRG. Yeah, the MTGs are really good. Let's see, Peter says, Rob, now that you have worn the Submariner every day, where do you see yourself headed next? Would you think of adding a Datejust or a day date, or stick with the Rolex divers? So, I actually don't have any money in my watch fund currently. So I will have to do either a large sell-off. Don't get it twisted. Most of these watches are not mine. Well, most of the watches that are worth, decent money are not mine. So basically what I'm doing is I'm trying to enjoy the watches I have. I'm going to wear the SKX. I'm going to wear my Shinola. I actually wore my Shinola the other day. I'll probably wear the Devil Diver. I have a my buddy's Shinola, the crazy dinner plate one. Um, so I'll probably wear that. My Hyper Aqualand, I'm going to wear that. Zodiac gave me a watch, so I'll probably wear this. I still need to do the video on it. I'll wear some of my G-Shocks. And of course, don't forget, I'm still leasing Breitlings over here. So, wearing my Avenger GMT. This is the number 3 of the year. So I have this one for like 4 months. So I'll be wearing this one plenty. Probably try it on some different straps or something. It would be nice if I had the bracelet for it, but we're in the fall, so I can probably throw it on some leather or FKM straps, or I mean, this strap's actually pretty comfortable too. Yeah, I'm really digging the polishing and the contrasting and everything that the finishes give on this. So yeah, so am I looking to buy anything? I'm always looking to buy, and I have been buying. I bought, what did I buy? I bought a bunch of G-Shocks. That's 100% for sure. And I'll probably be buying more G-Shock. Best everything they'll do. What? I can't even put that sentence together. Honoring a player in Japanese league. Forgot the name. I missed the stealth wealth. Tech. Well, hopefully I can get that new one. That's pretty crazy looking. I missed some chats here, I'm sure. Kevin likes that the initial D. I haven't worn it, but it's just too dang cool, because I mean, this is something that I enjoyed watching the anime show. I never got into anime except for the car related stuff. So, time to take a sip. Thank you, Wilson. I appreciate that. Is that a mouth guard? No. Kevin says, let's see the Zimby. I don't have a Zimby. I think you're talking about this thing, though. I don't know what this is actually. It's not a Zimby, but it is a tribute watch. Yeah, I think I'm going to call it the caffeine-free Coke. Somebody, I was on Instagram or something. Somebody mentioned that it should be called the caffeine-free Coke Sumo because it has the black and the red as a Coke, but then it also has the gold. And if you think back to a while ago, I don't know if they're still like that, but the caffeine-free Coke cans were black, red, and gold. Yeah, and the dial is awesome. Calico, Florida Meet 2022. For sure. I'm game. I was pretty much already planning on going down there anyway. I'm going to hit up Nick at Exquisite and see if he's game for helping me out with something. Michael says, how much for the Budweiser G-Shock? Man, there's people trying to give these things away now because I think you can still buy them. And weren't they, do I have the price tag on this? I don't remember how much they were. Were they like $200 or 150? I can't remember. So I don't know. It's just too cool with the whole display and everything like that. I don't think I'm going to sell any of my G-Shocks for a while. Didn't like the rainbow G-Shock. I prefer the simple ones. Nafarhin says, see if Exquisite will loan you a, I don't even know how to say that. I don't know. They might send me stuff like that. I'm out of my element with watches like that anyway, if you're talking about more expensive watches. Do I still have the Wenger and the Glycine? No, those were never mine anyway. Most of these watches I get on the channel, guys, are not mine. Tron Square is still my favorite metal G-Shock. The Tron Square is so trippy. Wilson says it's Chepek. Chepek. Oh, Dane says he only lives about an hour and 15 minutes from Naples. Yeah, I think I want to go a little bit further south than I typically do as well. So I'll probably go. Nefarian says it's Chapek, and they are sweet. I'll have to check them out next time I'm in the presence of an authorized dealer of that brand. I will check them out. I don't expect them to be a regular on the show or anything, guys. I mean, the topic of this live stream is even Seiko's. I feel like Seiko and GShock keep this hobby fun for me, and I think it does for a lot of other people too, because you can just buy watches like this for 110 bucks and be happy because they're easy, and honestly they're collectible because you can't even get this one anymore. This one or this one, they kind of popped on the scene, and they weren't like limited edition or anything like that, but they just kind of popped on the scene and then poof, gone. And they're freaking cool, and they're only 100 bucks. So how fun is that? Have you see, Tech says, have I checked out the 1917 Oris limited edition? No, but Oris is sending me some more stuff. Nefarian says he has Eagle Rare, part of a series. Memories of the early days. You guys are talking drinks, I think. My opinion on Hublot, I can tell you right now, my opinion on Hublot doesn't matter. I've never seen one. I've never handled one. So it doesn't really matter. All I can't form an opinion on them because I haven't actually messed with them. But the little bit that I've heard is there's a lot of hate for them, a lot of love for them. It's all over the place. Random Rob, how are you? I am well. How are you? Eagle Rare is getting hard to find and expensive in the NYC area. MJ says Eagle Rare is yummy, so is Basil Hayden. Dark rye, I'm not big into rye whiskey at all. And I'm pretty much all set with Johnny Walker Black. Do I still have the Glycine Airman? No. Glycine Airmans are gone. Bulova Mill ships. Right there's the Bulova. With its crazy crystal. Look how crazy that is. And that is sapphire as well. And then it has a really cool case back. I don't normally take these off, but it's barely on there anyway. So limited edition. 16 millimeter lug width. Pretty crazy watch. And the bezel. Guys, the bezel. You can't turn it. You got to push it down. I mean, you have to push it down with some authority too, because if you like kind of half push it down, like it's just going to jump back into position. It's got some very good springs in it. And it just locks in. Yeah, the case back is awesome. Let's see. I'll be doing some crazy chronograph King Gold Hublot. Well, that's cool. I have not mixed the straps. Yeah, Bruce Williams is chiming in. Thanks for joining in, Bruce. I have not mixed the straps on the 2100s, but Dane has on Celine Driver. So he will, I think he's going to post a video soon if he already hasn't. Here's a white one. I actually just got this one in too. Oh, and then I have the metal one as well. So I will play around with these soon and do some videos because I need to do the video on, actually I need to do the video on the metal capped one and the white with the black, or call that a stormtrooper maybe. So I'll be doing a video on these guys as soon as I can. I'm always backlogged. Yeah, Dane said he's going to drop the video soon, and he did swap the straps on those. And yes, Bulova does use Citizen movements, as far as I know. Isn't Bulova owned by Citizen or something? I can't remember. The Jolly Rancher. Let's see. Can we have a party with Random Rob and Bruce? Yeah, we can do that. We'll end up doing, Bruce and I will end up doing a meetup at some point. I'm not sure if it's going to happen in Tennessee or not, or Tennessee. Well, maybe it'll happen in Tennessee, but I don't think it's going to happen in Vegas. I'm not sure. It depends on Bruce's schedule. And then I think Bruce is headed to Pennsylvania at some point in the fall as well. But yeah, Tennessee would be awesome. I need to use some contacts and see if I can meet up with Cameron Weiss. So, or Texas. Yeah, we can meet up in Texas. Texas would be cool. Florida. I mean, pretty much anywhere in the U.S. There's awesome places. I would love to go actually meet up even in Rhode Island at Saltzman's or something, if we could arrange that. It's going to depend on what's going on and the climate. Well, the actual climate, like weather, but also with travels and stuff like that in certain regions of the states. We have to try to dance around that as well. It might even be in Michigan. I haven't dragged Bruce to Michigan yet, and I'm still working on another Southeast Michigan meetup at Lucido's. So maybe he could fly in there or something. Roy's Review says, let's do Vegas. Well, the Vegas thing is actually planned. I'm just not really sharing it on the main channel. Detroit Spartan says we could do Siesta Key area. I'd be game for that. Mackinac Island would actually be like a vacation. There's not going to be a watch meet up there. I mean, I guess I could, but... Lucido would be good. Yeah, I think a Lucido meetup would be awesome. I don't want to do it in the middle of winter, though. Michigan winter gets cold, 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 as does the East Coast. And so if I'm going to do a middle of the winter meetup, I would like to do down south. I'll probably go to Florida or something. Curtis says, how do they have vineyards in Michigan for wine tasting? They have a ton up by me. Trying to read the comments here. You guys have a bunch of sidebar conversations going on. Oh man, let's see, what are we looking at here? Oh, at Frankenmuth, yeah. You can do the famous fried chicken in Frankenmuth. Floridian says we should do the Keys. That wouldn't be too bad. Show off that Thailand sumo. I'm calling it the caffeine-free Coke because the black and the red and then the gold, like the old caffeine-free Coke cans. It's not going to show up very good on here. I still need to make the video on this. Hopefully I'll be doing that maybe tomorrow. I don't know when I'll get it posted though. Wilson says Rob's almost at 60,000. Yeah, I actually hit 57,000 subscribers today. So slowly crawling up there. Might hit 60,000 at some point. I was just talking to my wife about that. I'm like, when should I do another giveaway? At what? Because I did the Orange Monster at 50,000. So maybe I'll do, I don't know, maybe I'll do a miscellaneous giveaway at 75,000 if I hit it. We'll see. Let's see. Peter says, do you prefer white fonts on the bezel or yellow? On the bezel? It depends on the colorway of the watch. Floridian says do a Rolex at 100,000. I don't think I could get a Rolex to give away. I'll do a nice watch at 100,000, but I don't know what yet. Man, this thing is really growing on me, and I don't really care for blue watches, guys. No, I'm not giving my Rolex away. That's not happening. Oh, I unscrewed the crown to wind this, and I set it down. I forgot. Give away a Shinola at 100,000. So hopefully, if I ever get to the point where I'm at 100,000 subscribers, hopefully I'll be able to work with some sort of distributor or something where they'll be able to help me out with getting a deal on a watch or something like that. So then I can give away even more expensive watch, with a co-sponsor of the giveaway sort of thing. So yeah, just give away something silly. No. You guys are crazy. I got plenty of time to think about it. That's assuming I ever even get that high. You never know. My channel could just like plateau or something. Mimo should do it. Well, but Mimo doesn't have like access to some of the watches that I would want to do. You know what I mean? Sync the two Seiko clocks. No. So when I put that one over here and I retired this one, I put this one into a timing mode, but it's like blinking at me. I don't know how many days it's been. So it's been days. Kevin says, can I tell you something about my G-Man collection? Well, the G-Man collection, I would like to have more, but they are so difficult to find and so expensive. There is some new G sets. If you look up GShock G set on eBay, you'll find some where it has the square guys here, and it'll have like two GShock squares, and then it'll have one of these, but they're like almost $1,000. So now to buy these guys without the watch is, if you can even find them, I think they're like $200-300 or something. So, I think the first one I bought was maybe like $80 or $90. They were still pretty expensive even then. And then one of the more recent ones, which might actually be this one, I think I paid like 200-ish almost. And then that clear one is actually not an official. This guy's not official G-Shock. This is like I don't know the full story on it, but somebody made them as like a tribute or something, and then sold them somewhere in some forum, and then they started trickling out. So yeah, the clear ones, the transparent one's kind of cool. You can see it's already starting to kind of like get weird, because I think this was more transparent, the leg was, but the body's still really clear. So probably a little bit different materials used. And then this guy, I don't remember how I stumbled across this one. If you start to do some research on these G-Shock G-Men, there are a ton of different models and different colors, and I have no idea where to find them. They're not available to like all of the world or something. These are mostly over in Japan or Asia or something. I'm not really sure. Let's see. Says it sucks that a lot of the Prospex watches are JDM only, and they don't let the guys like Mimo sell them. I would way rather purchase from him than Noman. So most of the Seiko Prospex lineup, there is a USA counterpart part number that you should be able to get from Mimo. Not all, but most. Calico with a $1.99 super chat, and the question does this really cost me? I don't know. I mean, if it's in the digital world, isn't it kind of not real anyway? I thought I made it from old G-Shock cases. No. What happened to the Seiko alarm clock that was going to be modded? Well, I still have it here, and I still plan on modding it. So you're the first person to bring it up in a while, but it's still here. It's still working. I just haven't had the time to finalize or even begin the mod thing. I'll be doing it soon though, because this will make a really nice wristwatch. Bruce, thanks for chiming in. I appreciate it. I'll see you in the next one. Sapphire mod on that. Listen, it'll be a miracle if I can just get a watch strap on that thing. Nope, I didn't bring it to Orange County. You forgot all about it anyway. Beatmaker, Grey Dawn Turtle, Nemo, and SRP 775. Good combo. We should make Calico wear the Seiko alarm clock on a chain around his neck in Vegas. I'm gonna put it on a watch strap. He's gonna have to wear it around like a regular watch. Ankle watch, the new fashion. Put it on a NATO. Well, I already have a strap for it. I think I figured out I was going to use this guy. I just have to get it attached. Let's see. Do I miss the Omega Seamaster? No. Hey, my buddy Doug is here. I got your watches out. I opened them up today. Put it on a belt. Calico already has an ankle strap. He's not allowed to leave the house, though. 3D print a bracelet strap for it. No, I already got a strap. Got one right here. I don't have a 3D printer anyway. We'll get Calico to ask people what time it is. Guaranteed, if you're walking around with a watch like that on your wrist, people are going to be asking you what time it is. Chris, ever oil modded one of the watches? This still a thing? I have not. I want to, but Calico actually just had a watch redone and oil modded by another fellow Discord member of my private Discord, and he's shared some pictures of it today with me, and that thing looks amazing. So I might be able to get that in and check that out. Let's see, Hector with the $5 super chat. He's talking about tossing one of those midget cars or whatever. Those are hard to do. You got to take a lot of guys to do that. Larry C with the $5 super chat for the mod. I appreciate that. I don't think I need any more money for the mod. I need to get off my butt and do it. When I say get off my butt and do it, though, you guys got to remember, there's still probably like, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. There's 9, 10. There's 10 videos I need to do of just watches right here, let alone the other. I don't even know how many watches I need to do. I like it. It's crazy. Kyler with a $2 super chat. What do you think about the Tudor Black Bay GMT? I think amazing watch if you're okay with the thickness of it. I just personally think they're too dang thick. Other than that, I think it's an awesome looking watch. And if that thing was like 3 millimeter thinner than it is, I would actually own one. Dane with the time warning. Thank you very much. Detroit Spartan says he just doesn't wear anything but Rolex. They're all mostly brand new and collecting dust. That will happen. I gotta pick out what I'm gonna wear tomorrow. Peter, is the watch trend going towards smaller 40 millimeter? As a whole, I think for watches that are coming out, I think I am personally seeing and noticing more smaller sized watches, not from the larger brands, but more from some like normal brands, the mid-tier entry or whatever. But for me personally, yes, I am liking the 40-41. However, I've been wearing this 43 millimeter Breitling. So I think really what it comes down to is just whatever works on your wrist, whatever you like. I think just wear it and I try not to get hung up on the size at all. Wear that Bulova. I am not wearing that. Maybe the Devil Diver. I'm not wearing this though. This is like $2,000 and it's brand new. It's not mine. There's no way I'm wearing this. I don't know what I'm gonna wear tomorrow. I wore the SKX today, and I gotta tell you, it was awesome. It was very nice. Christopher Ward is great too. Yeah, that's a good one as well. Detroit Spartan's trying to sell off his watches, guys. Hit him up. No Rolex though. He's not selling any Rolex. It'll be the other stuff. Bling Master is calling. I haven't worn the Bling Master in a while, but I have my truck watch is the Bling Master. So I have another one of these in my truck or my work van. So I could always just wear that one. I mean, I guess I could wear two of them potentially. Oh, I have another watch coming in too. I have the rose gold colored version of this on the way. One of these days, I'm going to have to stop taking watches in and take a little break. Probably towards the end of October. Find a grail. No such thing. Metal Slug says he wants the Christopher Ward C63 maybe soon. Do it, man. Get it. Jump on it. Matt is asking Detroit Spartan, you need to put them up on Flipper's Paradise on my Discord there, buddy. Can't sell them if you don't list them. You got to list them. Detroit Spartan is calling out Calico. You'd already have a Pelly if you'd stop super chatting Rob so much. I think he can hold off on the Pelly for a while. Is the CWC gone? No, it will be. It'll be sold soon. Floridian is asking if I had cars lying around that. I did. I think the most cars I had at once was like 6 or 7. I can't remember. Yeah, Doug, you definitely have a blue theme going on. That was pretty cool to open those all up and have all 3 of those at the same time. It's pretty dope. Kyler with a $2 super chat. If money was not a factor, what is the Grail watch? So I think a lot of people when they get asked that question, because we'll fantasize and we'll talk about that question, right? So when you bring up the question of money's not an option, what watch, right? Well, that goes both ways. So I think instantly people focus on, well, money's not an option, so I'm going to go like crazy high. I'm going to get like Richard Mille or something, right? But if money's not an object, then it doesn't matter, right? So I could wear a GShock. It doesn't really matter. Or a Casio F91. It doesn't really matter. So, but I think what most people are meaning when they say money's not an option, that they are going to lean more towards go high. Like you don't have a limit. Go high. So I would probably go with a some sort of full gold, ever rose gold Rolex, like with the rainbow jewels. I'm not sure. I'd have to try on a couple more. The only one I've tried on was a GMT jeweled out one, and that was like just over $100,000, and that was awesome. Hector, $5 super chat, is asking Rob, which one, Black Bay 41 Blue Dial or the Breitling Super Ocean 44? Buying one or the other in about 2 weeks. Okay, so current model Black Bay 41s, I am not really interested in because they're just too thick. I'm a Breitling fanboy, so probably don't ask me about Breitling because the Super Ocean 44 in the yellow dial is awesome. It's so cool. Now, if you can find a Tudor Black Bay 41 Smile dial with the blue bezel, like the one that I bought and then ended up sending back because it was in rougher shape than I wanted it to be, then I would probably pick up that one. So hard to say. Hard to say. All right, guys. I think I'm gonna kill this feed. I think we did a pretty good job. Before I do, because we have so many Seikos on the table, even though the G-Shocks are gonna kind of block it a little bit, I'm gonna kill the lights. We're gonna check the lume on the Seikos. The G-Shocks are just gonna sit there and look silly until you hit buttons. But the Seikos will lume. The Zelos will lume. The pointer finger will lume. It'll show all of the Seikos and how bright they are. That Breitling pretty good, but all of the Seikos. And then even the Zelos. The Zelos is really bright as well. All right, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you on the next vid.